Yo, happy new year, people. New year, fresh vibes, same unapologetic football yarn. Welcome to Football Yarn episode 53. It's been a wonderful edition where we've talked about football with sense, with context, and definitely a little pepper on top. And if this is your first time of listening, you're late, but you're welcome. Episode 53 is here, featuring Lekon and featuring Mr. Spicy AY. Guys, off record, you need to hear what AY has been giving us. And because, AY is here to give us so plenty spicy talk, and Professor of Law is here also with violence. So we are not going to waste much time. We're just going to get right into it. We have AFCON drama going on. All the Super Eagles with their wings. They are really super this time around. And Africa is taking the spotlight, take it or leave it. Because right now, all road leads to Marrakesh. It's been to talk about the colors, the culture, and the chaos we saw from the Algerian guys as well. I mean, Morocco is hosting. That's no news. But the big news is that the Super Eagles are already in the semi-final. And this is going to be another AFCON semi-final that's going to feature 4 past Ballon d'Or winner. I'm talking about Ademola Lookman, Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, Victor Osimhen, and the one that just got the new baby in town. Talking about Hakimi as well. It promises not to just be another tournament. Now it's the stage of pride, of legacy, and definitely this is a part where careers record are going to be made. And because in the next 5-10 years, this is what we're going to be talking about. So today we are tapping into the AFCON mood. And we're talking about our early expectations and what this tournament really means as we enter into the new year. So certainly, guys, you know how we do. This is Football Yarn. Lekon, so good to have you on board. You look fresh. Is this 2026 freshness that we're seeing on you? What's going on? You Adibe, as usual.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. From wherever you are hearing me, Lekon on the building, Professor of Love, man of many inspiration. I talk it, I say it. I don't say what I don't mean. I say everything that I mean. Before I used to come, I have this thing now, that degree of Professor in Love, but I don't know that UI as when gone to school and just choose to be doctorate in wiseness. So UI now. So in next this thing we will do now, Dr. Wise.
See, the possible really can't talk. Me not see anything talk about EY. EY, waiting you collect for Lekon and
make Lekon just admit say on this thing I'll be your boss.
No, my boss.
Because he always reference me. Anything you want to do for life. Man, calm down. Calm down. No. You don't talk your own.
I talk my own.
Make I talk my own.
No. I give accolades.
Calm down.
I compliment you. Why you tackle me?
Yeah, except I understand my role in your life.
You
And you said they understand my role in your life. So as it be, just as me say, now me be your mentor, I be your role model. You are looking up to me. You are looking up to the boss.
What are you saying now? What do I do? See, looking up to you is a bad woman. So
why you call the reference me?
I said Dr. Wise.
Why you call the reference me?
I said Dr. Wise.
Dr.
Wise.
Well, yeah, it's good to be back here again, guys. After a very long break, we needed that break because we had been working from January till December. That break was absolutely needed. To recharge and of course to come back here and give you the very best. As you all know, the AFCON is going and the Super Eagles are still soaring high. And as it stands, they're in the semi-finals, ready to lock arms against the host, which is Morocco. So of course, it's going to be a very, very tough one, like we all know. But we hope that what Super Eagles did against Algeria. And so far, so good. We've done so well against the North Africans, and we hope that won't stop against Morocco. We are ready to lock arms with these guys and, get the maximum 3 points.
Right. Before we deep dive, I just remember that, during the 30th December, as when Nigeria, Lekon was enjoying himself in Marrakesh, enjoying all the life in Morocco. Lekon, do you want to gist us about how your 30th December?
Why you come quiet? You reach time to narrate your story.
I know quiet. I want to make
and with the Super Eagles' excellent performance all through that time, it must be a perfect 30th December for you.
Yeah. I was very surprised. I was amazed. I was flabbergasted. You know, I'm going back tomorrow, Shai, anyways, because I just came back for this episode. So I didn't expect what I saw. You know, the Super Eagles did wonders, and I didn't expect it. I didn't even expect us to be in semi-final. You know, I just expected us to like maybe go stage at Maja. You know, but it is what it is. You know, I'm happy that we are where we are.
All right, talking about our Super Eagles, and if it had been if it had been the negative part, we have come here start talking about pinpointing what went wrong. Well, now it's positive. We're doing well. What is Eric Shell doing? That is making this thing to grind well. What do you think is doing right? EY?
Yeah.
What's our selling point? What's that?
Yeah. You know that the truth is actually, Eric Shaw has done a fantastic job. He came in when there was chaos in the national team. The issue of Osimhen and Finidi George. Nigeria were just 2 points before he came in. He came in when we were on the verge of collapsing, and of course, came in during the qualifiers. He did an amazing job, but when he took the job, it was too late. Now to the Nations Cup, he's done a fantastic job. When you look at what he's done, and when you look at how he has managed to turn the chaos into glory, you have to give kudos to Eric Shaw. He's done a fantastic job. And what I think he's done so far that the other coaches did not do is, number one, man management. He's mastered how, to manage his players, how to get in their head. He has made sure that every player, knows his role. And as a manager, when you do that, you get the maximum performance from every player. And another thing that he's done that I'm so happy about is that on the pitch there has been so much leadership from everyone. Case in point, that game against Algeria, every player bossed his position. From the goalkeeper to the fullbacks to the defenders to the midfielders, everyone came to the party and everyone gave him maximum performance. And another thing, the way he has managed the Osimhen Lookman situation, you have to, his man management, because you don't have enough time to train these players. You just have about 2-3 weeks to train them, because the international week is just a month. You don't have the luxury of time like club football, and the little time he has had, he has used it very well. He has managed his players well, and we hope that this continues, because we hope that this good work of Eric Shell does not stop.
All right. Some fans has come to talk about that. When a coach ideology meets with the right set of player, that we're going to get the expected results. And this talks much about that, he's having a good time in the dressing room, and he's playing out, in the result we see. Talking about how a certain player like Alex Iwobi has been getting so many credit and flowers. And while at the last Nations Cup, we remember that they were dragging this guy like Tiger Generator. Yeah. I mean, what do you think, Eric Shell is doing right? That has brought us up to this stage.
Even in the World Qualifier, I would say I'm one of the people that is blaming Alex Iwobi. But let's give. I will come here and say I will give my accolades. That game against Algeria, he did very well.
Is it only against Algeria? I guess he has had a fantastic.
I will see. Ask another question. I'll tell you that thing. But against Algeria, he did very well.
Okay.
He did very, very well. He looks like Iniesta. Our Iniesta. He looked like Zidane. Zidane. So he did very well. So I'm very happy for him. But what Eric Chell has done very well. I remembered on our last episode before we listening. I said if you can get the midfield very well, if you can get the midfield very well, that are going to do well in this competition. So I think he got it right. I think because it's right. I just want him to, to just give that Oedika. I feel like he will give Oedika more time now because indeed he is injured.
No, he's suspended actually.
Yeah,
Suspended.
I feel like they took me out the other.
And of course, he was injured. At the same time, he wouldn't play the next game because he's already on a yellow card, so he's suspended for the next game.
So I want to Oedika to show what he can do. I enjoy watching that guy. So yeah, it's good one for him. I respect what he has done with the guys. Many people has come and they have gone. They did not do anything, but he has shown that he has the capability and capacity to do wonders. Good one for him. I hope we can renew his contract.
All right, guys, quickly let's talk about Wilfred Ndidi. In this our conversation, we're going to be having throwbacks and what the correct situation looks like. I remembered this certain Lakon. Football can be very funny. Few months ago, people were calling for Ndidi to never return to the team. Today, it's literally like we are all having anxiety about him not featuring the semi-final.
Yeah, that is what is peculiar with fans. Fans are fickle, right? 10 bad performances, they want you out of the team. One good performance, they are clamoring for you to return. So it is just the way it is. That is why, we always want the maximum performance from these players. Just give us, what we want. And, when you look at the older generation, there's no way you won't compare them to the current generation. And you want the maximum performance those one gave, from this new generation. So it's just the way it is. That's just football for you in a nutshell. One good performance, you are back in the team. And hopefully it is, by the time we are in the final, whoever comes on, because of course we are going to win it. Now I'm positive because before this tournament started, remember that I was so critical of the Super Eagles because of their outing in the qualifiers. But truth be told, they've been so impeccable in this tournament. 14 goals so far, and that is quality, and that's what you want from your team actually.
All right, Akon. We're playing. We've had a very strong midfield, because I quite feel that one of our selling points in this competition is our midfield. Yes. Our midfield is so good that when you have a good midfield in football, it's more like you solve 70% of your problem. It will be Ndidi, Onyeka midfield trio. That was like the engine room. It's fueling the entire team. Now, in our last match, Wilfred Ndidi was having about 7.0 in terms of, so it talks about how they've been performing brilliantly well. Now, who fills in for Ndidi? And do you think it's going to be a big blow for us as we face Morocco?
No, I don't. No. I would say Ndidi will be a big blow as he's the captain of the of the Super Eagles. But I feel like we have people that can substitute. We have sub that position. We have Oedika. I feel like I want Oedika to perform very well. I've said it before. And again, I would say we've not played like a big competitors before we played Algeria. I feel like all those people that we played, they're just we can beat them. We beat them. I feel like the only person that we are saying that we can't beat is only Tunisia, and that's on paper. And we flog Tunisia. So I don't see any reason why. It's only that Algeria that can say that these people are they are ready to to compete. So against Morocco, we will beat Morocco because there's this mentality, this difference about there's something unique about that maybe a mentality, maybe Eric Charles has imposed or has infused something to that thing, and it's inspired to see that, it's inspired to watch the team. It's good to watch it. The thing.
We've talked about Eric Shell, we've talked about the midfield, but we should not forget to give credit to the attack line that has provided us with 14 goals. We could see the composure of Akko Adams in the last match. I never thought he was going to take that to like goalkeeper. And in the attack, I noticed that even there are some balls that they could have just taken the shots just directly to the goalkeeper. But we find them just passing the ball around to each other. How much of the chemistry of the attack is to our advantage against Morocco Hakimi in this semi-final game?
You know what? For the past since 2013, when we had, Brownie Day and Emenike, who had very crazy chemistry on the pitch, and Ide knew his role, Emenike knew his role. Ide knew he could that all he had to do was play second fiddle to Emenike, just playing behind him and service Emenike well. That is exactly what we're seeing. I know what happened in that tournament, that 2013. We went on to win it because every player knew their role. And, that's the same thing we are seeing now. Akwa Adams, we can actually relate Akwa Adams to Ide, Osimhen to Emenike. Play behind them, service him. And that's what we have been missing in the Super Eagles for a very long time. We've not had two good strikers. Strikers that can come in and give us the goals. One that can understand that I don't have to score every time. I have to play behind the number 9 and, of course, do the job. We've had it with Boniface, who wasn't convincing. We've had it with series of players, but now I think we have the perfect two strikers for the Super Eagles. One that can be the number 9 and one that can be the supporting striker, and that is what Akwadas has been doing perfectly well. Osimhen has been enjoying free roll with Akwadams now. If you see the way we play, it has been so fluid. He's been doing all the dirty job behind Osimhen. And what Osimhen has been doing is that getting the goals. So we hope that this continues because it is something that we want to see for a very long time.
I know. We are giving all the praises to Osimhen because I know you said that if Osimhen did not play any match, we will not win. If Osimhen is not in this now,
Who said that?
I said it.
When?
I think last.
Who said that?
I said it.
Okay, you said what you said.
I said what I said.
All
I said if when Osimhen does not play, we don't win. So even having Osimhen on the pitch alone is a win for us. It's because Osimhen brings one mentality. I give all the kudos to Osimhen, but when you are giving kudos to, you should see very well when you to give kudos to others. I feel like Ademola Lookman is doing very well. He's doing wonders. He has the listen assist on tally. He's number 1 tally assist, second in goal for Nigeria. So he's doing very well. Ademola Lookman is doing very well. He's doing wonders with the team, and I know what I'm saying. And I know for the past few years now, we've not had that attacking. We have people that are good in attacking, but going forward, are they compatible together? We didn't have that, and now they are showing you that okay, you can have that. So our attacking is not something I'm worried about. I know we will do very well against the Moroccan, and our midfield is something that I'm not worried about too. The only thing I'm worried about going into that game is the defensive line and the goalkeeper. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I know Kanvasi is doing very well, but the rest, I don't see what.
But Bruno was absolutely, Bruno Emichi was so good in that last game against Algeria, and Brad Osai was also good. I think the only problem we might have in that game against Algeria is that we don't take our chances early. We had, before we scored that goal, before Osimhen scored in the second half, we had so many chances in the first half. Chances we could have buried. Something we can't afford against Morocco, the host nation. And we know how frantic the atmosphere is going to be. And we know how the fans will want to get into our heads. So we have to make sure that we convert our chances. We played so well against Algeria. The scoreline does not reflect, the performance. It could have been easily, it could have easily been 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, 7-0. if we converted our chances. But against Morocco, we might not have that luxury of so many chances, because I believe that Morocco will obviously be a better team than Algeria. So I expect us to turn that good performance into goals, not just not just go into that game, play well and lose chances, because we might not be afforded a lot of chances.
All right, guys. We stay on because it's a big match.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I quite feel that the moment we defeat Morocco, we already win the title.
Yeah, we are going to win it. We are going to win it because
there's so many angles to this match. Remember that the Super Falcons defeated the Moroccans during the CAF Women African Cup of Nations. Aziza Toshala has come out to tweet that the Morocco, because the referee was stripped of the referee that officiated, and we saw what happened against Algeria as well. We saw how agitated they were. So now it's like it's 11 versus literally 13. The fans and the officials.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it. Do you guys think the officiating could? Because that's one of the things I see that could halt us going forward to this match. The officiating.
Yeah, the officiating.
Are you guys kind of skeptical
about?
Yeah,
I am skeptical.
Probably the officiating.
Yeah, you know what? I am skeptical about the officiating. Don't let me lie to you, because there's no way the own fans might won't try to get into the referee's head, and the players also need to be very careful, because the old fans will get into their head and it might influence the decision of the referee. But what is the most important is that play well, take your chances. Even the referee won't have a choice than to officiate well. When we play well, there's no way it won't influence the referee, right? We saw it against Algeria, a North African team, on a North African soil. It was supposed to be a very, very difficult game, considering the fact that Algeria had not considered before that game. Playing against Algerian team that were impeccable in the qualifiers. So it was supposed to be a difficult game, but what happened? We played well. So the odds were in our favor. There was no way the referee, would there's no way a decision would go against us, because most of the time we had the ball. So we might not have the same amount of possession against Morocco because they are very, very technical side. But what is the most important thing is that when we play well, the odds will be in our favor. So we can't go into the game being worried about the referee. We have to go into the game trying to, play our best and hoping that we win the game.
Toby, I'm not worried about the officiating. I feel like in football, that's what we paid money to see. It's kind of emotion runs in football. But there's one thing I'm very sure about. I feel like this the same thing that happened in 2013 when the coach recruits new faces, new players to the team, and that's what's happening now. They play different. They play on part. So yeah, I'm very, very sure. I'm bold, to see that Nigeria are winning the AFCON, and there's pressure on Morocco, the Moroccan team now. There's pressure on them because because they know that then what they are coming to see, or who they are coming to face is not be beans. So yeah,
Morocco too no be beans.
Not only what they know say. Now I'm saying
we are facing the Morocco side. With Hakimi, with Diaz.
Yeah, I'm saying is Hakimi, Diaz. Another one play with it. No, I'm not. They are not okay. I'm not from Hakimi and Diaz. And who do you know in that team again? They have star players than Nigeria. Did they have star players than Nigeria? No.
So now it's about star players.
No. It's not about star players. I'm giving you fact. I'm saying last time we won AFCON, that was 2013. So
are you saying that Morocco shouldn't be a threat, or we don't have enough players that can create threats in the Morocco side?
I'm very confident in Super Eagles because nobody saw it coming. Nobody saw what they did. It was
especially you.
I didn't see it coming. It was miraculous. I was there. I was watching the.
May no go be case. Say now when you can't get confidence in us, now the whole thing go scatter.
No. I'm not them. I'm not them. Now Drake with that one. Drake go put money on top betting and go work. Me, I'm not Drake. I'm not a bet.
All right, guys, we still on Super Eagles, and we need to talk about this because people have come to talk about the officiating. People have talked about what is it called? So many angles to what it is, but Nigeria has defeated two African, two North American, two North African team. Talking about Tunisia 3-2, Algeria 2-0. Now we face Morocco. Is this not like a battle of Nigeria?
Battle of
Super Eagles
West versus North
versus the North African team.
It's actually as it stands, it is West versus North because Senegal are also locking arms against Egypt, and Nigeria obviously against Morocco. Yeah, it's going to be. I feel like the fans will make it about geography, from the north, because as it stands, it seems like football and the advancement of it and the technological side, has tilted towards the north. Football is much more advanced in the north as it stands because they have invested so much. Because see, it feels like we are watching the World Cup.
Yes.
Look at the stadium. Look at the fans. Look at the how colorful the competition has been, and look at the build up to every game. You have to actually appreciate what is being done in the north as it stands. They are doing a fantastic job, and look at how the officiating has also been. So everything has been.
How will you read the officiating? Many fans has come out to try.
Apart from the game, against the game between Mali. No, not the Mali. Every other game have been officiated well, but Morocco, Cameroon.
But there have been question marks. There have been question marks.
Cameroon were hard done by. What?
Yeah, there have been question marks as regards the officiating compared to the last AFCON we had in Cote d'Ivoire. Do you share the same sentiment as well?
No, I feel like the officiating has been on the same scale. It has been so much balanced. I felt against Morocco, Cameroon was the only game that that felt a bit one-sided because every time the Cameroonians went physical with the Moroccans, the ref just kept giving fouls, which wasn't meant to be.
The only thing I'm worried about against the Nigeria West versus North, Nigeria versus the Moroccan side. The only thing I'm worried about is I feel like CAF is doing something that is not good, because now when you go to that Moroccan this thing that we are playing, the stadium, most of the listening there are the Moroccans. So there's no how their noise will not influence their players. So CAF should execute implement that law that you should give 6,000 out of 17,000. Give 6,000 seats to the opponent.
Well, the truth is, with the way things are in Africa, do you think the outsiders will we outnumber the home fans? There's no way we'll have more Moroccans in the stadium than the outsiders.
That's why I'm saying 6,000 out of 17,000. It's maths now. No, it's your own side. It's your own distance. You have more distance, but we too should have. We should have. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm worried about. But this game, going into this game, Nigeria will win. We'll beat them because we always beat the Morocco. We always beat them in the final. I even wish that we made them. We go meet them for final. So we go beat them. It's not easy to be worried about. Me, I'm not worried. I just started watching Nigeria game from that Algeria game because I feel like I watched the Tunisia too, but I feel like the rest, I feel like Nigeria should beat them easily. So yeah, it will be fun to watch.
All right, kickoff. It's going to be 9 p.m. local time, and
On Wednesday.
on Wednesday. I mean, of course, we've won all our 5 matches in this tournament. I mean, but both sides arrived at the last 4 unbeaten. We are both unbeaten as well. And so much to play for. So much to play for. But don't let us dwell too much on that before we round up this episode. Let's quickly talk about Egypt and what was it called? And Senegal. That's another final we witnessed. I mean, that Senegal went on to win. It's looking like a final. In fact, the 2 semi-finals looking like the final before the final.
Yeah.
So now, I mean, Ayo, what do you see about this game? Another Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah.
You know what? It's going to be a very, very difficult game because I think what they've done in this tournament is that they found a way to grind out result. They've not been the most convincing. But one thing they've done well is that every time they had a chance, they converted. Every time they had a chance, they converted. If you watch that game against Ivory Coast, they were not entirely better than Ivory Coast.
No.
But every time they were in the box, they made sure that they converted every chance they had. So what Senegal have to be wary of, because of course, Senegal are a better side than Ivory Coast. But in football, anything can happen. And one thing you can't take away from the Egyptian side is that, of course, they've won the AFCON the most with 7 titles. And, the record speaks for itself. Even though this new crop of players have not won it, but there's always a feeling that what the older generation did, we can also do. So Senegal have to be very wary of the Egyptians, especially in set pieces. They are very dangerous. That's something they have to be wary of. So on the side of Senegal are a very, very good side. One thing you can't take away from the Senegalese is that they were well drilled. They are very technical. They are very physical, and they hardly allow errors. So the Egyptians have to make sure that they exploit the Senegalese backline, because the backline has been a suspect. But in frontline midfield, they'd be very, very good. So that's what they have to be wary of.
I feel like that game to be a very, very fun game to watch. I think why I would tip Egypt. Because I feel like as I said earlier, they've not been convincing throughout their games, but they find a way to get that result. They're very, very clinical. So I'm very sure. I'm very hopeful that the Egyptian will do very well. So you can face the Egyptian will be there for finals. So I don't even want Senegal, because Senegal is they are different. They are a bit different. So they are a bit different. But the Egypt, I can still face them. I'll beat the Egypt. So yes, I want the Egypt.
Why? Who would you prefer we face in this AFCON final?
I prefer Egypt. I wouldn't want us to go against Senegal, because I feel like Senegal might give us tough time, and I don't want us to meet a team that our game is quite similar. Because if you look at the West African side, we are very physical. We believe in so much physicality, even though you can't take away the technical side.
You didn't even play any physical game in this.
We've not yet. So I hope that we are going to play against Egypt. I feel like we can beat Egypt. Well,
we'll beat Egypt.
I think, but that's Senegal side. It is very, very difficult, because when you look at their front line, there's Mane, there's Nicolas Jackson, there is Njaye, and their midfield is very good. And their attack line will definitely exploit our defense line, because you can't entirely trust our goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So I would rather play Egypt.
Yes.
Alright guys, it's the Football Yarn episode Marrakesh, and the guys have all got the whole talking points. You go see the way they come out, just a drop. Hopefully, result doesn't turn south. Then it's not going to be another different ball game entirely. So, your parting shot, click on your parting shot before we get out of the studio.
Yeah, my parting shot is this. I wish the Super Eagles good luck on Wednesday. We hope that at the end of the day they bring the cup back to Nigeria, because it's been a while. We've not won it since 2013, and we hope that because the only way they can actually change the narrative and of course turn the tears into laughter. What I mean by tears, what we did at the qualifiers, the only way they can turn that around is by winning the AFCON. That's the only way they can properly be forgiven. So, and also the last AFCON we went all the way to the final, we lost. So there are two narratives we have to change: the final against Ivory Coast and of course the qualifiers. So we hope that they win this so that they can actually change the narrative. And also, of course, when they win it, of course, Nigerians now will definitely forgive them. So we wish them best of luck on Wednesday, and Super Eagles all the way.
I want to give accolades to some few players, that have shifted on this show. Talking about Alex Iwobi. I know I said that he runs like a turkey, but he has done very well. He has done very well so far. So I give kudos to Alex Iwobi, to Karen Bassi, to Ademola Lookman, to Bruno, and to Sime. You guys are doing very well. Adams too. You guys are doing very well. Just make us proud. Let's win the AFCON. Let's bring it on. Let's have a talking point against Ghana. Yeah, let's go.
All right, guys, that's our package. This is Football and don't forget to keep liking, keep subscribing. It's still the AFCON moment we're still enjoying. Lekon has been all those babes really good they carry for waiting.
See, say even those girls because I didn't relax for tell them say I no go. But after this I won't go watch that Algeria match show. They say I should not go. That if I go now, my mood will change. I want to go. I was going to watch it. Say I should not go. They are begging me not to go. But at the time I went,
he don't do.
I go watch them.
All right, guys, that's where we draw the curtain out today. AFCON is still in full flow. Stories are still writing themselves. And one thing is clear from what Lekon have said so far: African football isn't asking for respect anymore. So the likes of Gary Neville should please take note. It's taking it. And as the tournament unfolds in Marrakesh and across Morocco, we'll be here to break it down properly in our next episode. No rush, no agenda, just football with contest. And if you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to subscribe, share with someone who actually understands the game, and drop your thoughts. We always want to hear your take. Until next time, stay passionate, stay informed, and keep the yarn going. This now football yarn, now football we the yarn. We know the what?
No, the needs.
No need.
All right, guys.